my name's Amber Old, hopefully you all know me. I did my internship with Exceptional Tuition and Resumes. So I'll just go through my presentation agenda. Today I'll firstly introduce to you the company and Monique, who's sitting down the front here, the director of the business. I'll then explain my project and its purpose, then display my project schedule on a Gantt chart. Then I'll explain my components of my project, so what I did throughout. I performed a competitor analysis. I also attended many professional events, performed marketing activities for the business, created recruitment and employee documentation, and conducted recruitment of a new resume writer and tutor. And then I'll just outline my learning outcomes throughout my internship. So I was doing my internship with Exceptional Tuition and Resumes. It's a small Australian-owned business located at Bundall. It specialises in home and online tuition, as well as creating professional resumes, LinkedIn profiles, and public speaking. I've been to heaps of Monique's events, especially at uni, in regards to writing and professional university degrees. But the business goal is to help every one of their students and clients succeed academically and professionally with exceptional results. So I was lucky enough to work with this amazing woman, Monique Jeremiah. As you can see, there's like some of her awards that she's won. She's the winner of 2012 Young Gold Coast Citizen of the Year, finalist in the 2012 and 2013 Australian Small Business Champion Award, winner of the 2012 Young Outstanding Alumnus Award for Griffith, you should see her face around, and Australian Institute of Management 30 under 30 managers making their mark. So my project was to investigate universities, registered training organisations, secondary schools, colleges and English colleges in the respective areas of Brisbane, Sunshine Coast, Sydney and Melbourne. I was responsible for Brisbane and Sydney, and what I did was, what I had to perform to complete this project was first complete a competitor analysis for both Brisbane and Sydney, attend many professional events, perform marketing activities for the business, create recruitment and employee documentation, and conduct recruitment of a new employee. This is us at one of our first events, AIM, and we learned HR and PR skills. So this was my project plan. Throughout the time we had to alter this as things changed and came up. So in the first few weeks we planned the project, so things like making sure that we had the same idea of what our project was. Research was done throughout, although it was different for the different tasks that I performed. We went to many professional events. In week 3, I think we had 3 events in 1 week, so that was great. Then marketing, so at these events I also performed marketing roles. Recruitment documents was from week 5 to 7, and then the employee documents following that, week 8 and 9. And then recruited a new employee in week 10, and then just finalised and closed the project in these last few weeks. So research mainly included the internet, peers, my supervisor, academic supervisor, university textbooks, company documentation, but mainly Google. It was good help for my assignment. My research for the competitor analysis was in week 2 and week 3, and that was Brisbane and Sydney. So what I had to do to perform a competitor analysis was Google Maps and Google the relative RTOs in the area, and then I would create a 10k line, which is this one here, A to B, and then draw an imaginary line around the outside, and then document the suburbs that were in this 10k radius into a neat little data spreadsheet like this. So it's easy for the Monique to read where her competitors are situated. So Chelsea and I created this spreadsheet. I did Brisbane and Sydney, and Chelsea did Melbourne and Sunshine Coast. So I've had the opportunity to be involved in many professional events. I've been lucky enough to learn a lot about how to effectively communicate with people I've never met before. So it's also taught me how to career build through getting to know other avenues related to my degree and not related to my degree. Opportunities to meet new people who can provide me with information regarding their fields and their areas of expertise. I've also raised my profile so we get noticed wearing the red colours, wearing the jackets and black. We don't hide in the crowd. We're easily spotted. I've learnt new information about the job markets and other areas of business. I've improved my interpersonal skills and now have confidence to talk to pretty much anyone. And also been able to gain advice and support from people that I wouldn't have met without networking. And I've also been able to understand other career paths that are linked to HR. So through e-marketing, so mainly on Facebook, but Monique also has like a YouTube channel and things like that. She's been able to create relationship marketing. So this is a strategy used to attract, maintain and enhance customer relationships with the organisation to make it mutually beneficial. By gaining closeness with its customers, making the organisation able to create and deliver great value for its competitors, and in turn retain customers or at least refer to others. And Monique does this really well on Facebook. Do any of you guys have her on Facebook?
I don't think that. They've got Chelsea and sometimes I think the people.
Yeah, so that's an example of how like Monique's put up one photo and it's gone from you. So Monique has, this is her Facebook, her private one as well. So it shows that she's just so into her business. That's like her top of her page as soon as you click onto it. And like I was saying, how one photo can travel so far. She has, it doesn't say how many friends. It was like 350 friends who, like, and if she tagged a photo of me, I have 300 friends. So it just continues, like you just see how much fun we have at events and stuff. And you can just tell how much she's into her business, like it's just all over her Facebook and all the pictures of us at various events and stuff, so it's good to see. And then other forms of marketing that I was, here's another example, sorry. This picture was actually on the Parkwood International website, so that's where it started, and then actually Monique uploaded it again, and then somehow all of my family have seen me in this, so if you see it over here. Where is it? Oh, here. That's like my cousin, my mum, my other cousin, like all these people have liked this photo that just started at one of our events. So it just shows how Facebook is just a great way to make connections with people. So other types of marketing that I was involved in. This one was fun. One of my days I had to run around uni. I should have bought joggers, but anyway. It took me a good probably, I think it was hour and a half, 2 hours, to put up these posters, throughout uni. So hopefully you've seen them around, because that was my work. So that's one form of marketing. She also did at Bond Uni as well, so getting the business name out there. What else do we have? So on the website I edited these blogs. So that's just another way to attract potential customers to the website. So just giving resume tips and tricks. So, and also just going to events and having a good time, wearing the exceptional colours. We just stand out and advertise as much as possible, handing out business cards, pens, lollies, everything, just to promote the business and what it's all about. So that's just a good way to connect with the clients. We also took like photos with people. This was at a pharmacy event at Griffith actually. And we took photos with people and put them up on Facebook and tagged them in them, and then like a chance to win a free free resume. So that's just another way that we marketed. So another part of my internship was to create the recruitment documentation for exceptional nutrition and resumes. So the potential employees were resume writers, tutors, course developers, and an office manager. So this is where I had to create position descriptions for these positions, where I had to determine the appropriate skills and attributes these people had to possess to meet the requirements. So that's called the selection criteria, which I created as a dot-pointed list to be easily ticked off and meet these requirements. I created the writer's test, but I'll tell you about this later on. The interview evaluation form, so this just is a checklist to see if they met the requirements needed for the position and if Monique felt they were a fit for the team and the business culture. A thank you letter I created for candidates who weren't successful in the position, and reference letter for contractors to see if their references would have a letter to write to. Other HR policies I created with the new logo was an anti-discrimination policy, equal employment opportunity, corporate social responsibility, warning letters, which were first, second and third warning, induction checklist, exit staff interview, exit staff checklist, and a dismissal letter. Sorry. I had never created these documents before, and I had to use my theoretical knowledge from uni to transfer it to the workplace, the real world. However, this was a difficult yet rewarding task. I learned to have confidence in myself and was able to write these documents effectively. I was nervous I would make a mistake, and as Stewart 1998 says, that misspellings, poor word choices and false information can undermine efforts and to present a professional image. So I wanted to remain as professional as possible and use the most appropriate words. By writing policies is completely different to writing essays. So Monique reassured me that once, as she stated, after you complete university, you will never have to refer to APA Harvard ever again. So this was such a good relief I felt after 3 years of trying to work out how to reference properly, and now know that I don't ever need it outside of uni, so that's great to know. And just writing policies is more about ensuring that it's relevant for the business. You can find information very easily on Google, which helps, to just contrast and see what other companies have that could be relevant for the business and their policies. By finding organisations with similar services, like in the education industry like Griffith, it made it easier to comprise this information the best possible way for these documents. Also, Monique had full confidence in me. I sent her the work after I checked it millions and millions of times to make sure it was perfect. And then I sent it away, and then Monique got it straight away, and then just went straight to the computer and just printed it off. And I was like, do you want to check that first? And she was like, no, I'm sure you've done it well enough. So she just printed out the document straight away. So it's just nice to know that she has confidence in me and my ability, I guess, from what I've learnt to uni, and just has so much confidence in me. So this is just an example of the header that we made, Chelsea made, for all the new HR documents. So you have the black up the top and the new logo. had the writing of which document was in massive writing, so we knew, and just had other information that was relevant for the document. So this was the interview test that I was talking to you about. I created this from scratch. So this is a test where people who were coming in for an interview for a resume writer, they would be put under pressure and not know that they'd have to be tested and finish this test. So what I did was I created a mock person named Jeremy Golden. I created his resume and found a job advertisement on Seek. Also wrote the selection criteria, so a list of things they had to do in the interview. So it's like what they would have to do to meet the requirements. And the list of instructions was just what they had to do, so they had to complete it in 30 minutes. They had to write a cover letter for this person applying for this job. And we just have a list of questions to see how they worked under pressure and if they could actually perform the task. So this was really good because I felt like I had made a difference to the interview process at Exceptional. It's just good to see something different, and it's just like a good way to test if they're actually capable of doing the job. And all these recruitment documents that I created, I saw be put into place when we recruited this lovely lady, Lisa Rose. So I sat in on the interview, and Monique just used the documents that I created, and we just asked her the basic interview questions, and we found out that she's actually really good at writing resumes. She came in to be a tutor. And yeah, it's just good to see how these documents come together and can be implemented, and I feel like I've made a difference at Exceptional Tuition and Resumes. So my learning experiences. I learned to have confidence in myself. When I first walked into this classroom, I didn't think I would be able to do half the things that I've done in my internship. I've gained a lot more understanding of how these HR policies come into place, and doing competitor analysis, just everything links in together, and especially marketing, because I didn't do marketing at uni, and it's just a fun part of business. You don't really need to. I've done one course, and just being with Monique over 12 weeks, I've learned way more than I could have ever learned at uni. And I know that I'm capable of making HR documents. At the start of this internship, if you asked me to write an anti-discrimination policy, I don't think I'd be able to. So I've just gained more confidence and just been able to ask Monique whenever I had a question, and she was just there by my side the whole time, which was good. I found that working hard is rewarding, so I had to juggle multiple tasks while completing my internship. However, it's all been worth it in the end. So I wouldn't have learnt so much through my internship, and just learnt how it all interrelates to actually going to uni. So I've learnt so much more than what I expected to learn. I know where I want to go with my future and my future career, and I won't settle for anything less than a friendly, fun and exciting work environment. I've learnt that Monique is an exceptional individual and an important role model for me. I've learnt so much from her, I can't even describe how much I've learnt. She's just a beautiful person, both inside and out, and it's just been a pleasure to work with her. I've had the best time. It didn't feel like uni or that I was learning anything. It was just so much fun. Here's just some examples of the great times we had. This was up in Brisbane at the Wine and Cheese event. We're just being silly near the art. This was a event not too long ago. This guy on the left, he noticed me on Facebook. He's like, "Oh, I've seen you around." So I felt like I was famous from Monique's Facebook. So this was a couple of weeks ago at Griffith, also for preparing for success. So Monique was a guest speaker talking about writing for success. And this was a HR PR event, my first real event. And this was our first one actually with Chelsea, wearing the red colours. We stood out. Everyone noticed us as soon as we walked in. And this was our last event when Monique was a finalist for the Young Managers Award for AIM. And we just have so much fun, like in the office. That's being silly. And this is Baby. He's our little mascot. He's always in the office running around having a good time. So it's just like a nice little home environment. And I just learned that this is like a place where I want to work. I'm a resume writer at the moment, so with Exceptional. So it's just a great place to hang out, and it's just so much fun. Oh, we did another photo shoot. Monique, well, I can't even remember what it was for.
Career One section of the Career Mail.
Yeah, so Monique was in the career section of the Career Mail. We did like so many photos of us all together, and then they actually chose one of Monique by herself, like blown up. It was massive. It was like such a good photo. And this was our last day's intern, but that's not the end of us. We'll still
They're staying.
So yeah, does anyone have any questions?
Good job.